Hey BookTube, I got some exciting mail packages today that I wanted to share with you. These are three books that sort of run the gamut of my interests, and so I thought I would share them because they're a little unique. They're not just your run-of-the-mill, typical fiction books. And so one of these I heard about on somebody else's channel. I don't remember who it was. And then the other two were books I found while I was sort of browsing online for various things. And so I thought I would show these to you because I'm really excited about them. So the first one is one I heard about on somebody else's channel. Like I said, I can't remember who now. But anyway, that book is Bloods, Black Veterans of the Vietnam War, An Oral History by Wallace Terry. And for those of you who don't know, my dad was in Vietnam. He was an interrogator. And I've always been interested in the Vietnam War. I took a class about it in college. I've read multiple books on the subject. And so when I heard about this on someone else's channel, I really wanted to read it because it's from a completely different viewpoint than what I'm familiar with. Because you don't hear a lot about the veterans of color that served in Vietnam, and so I really wanted to have this in my collection of Vietnam books. And so this book explores a time when Black Americans were fighting at home for equal rights and in Vietnam for America. These soldiers banded together in solidarity and called themselves Bloods. Heartbreaking and heroic, these oral histories are the essential stories of the brave men who waged a second war, all their own, in Vietnam. So I think this will be a really heartbreaking and interesting book to read, and I'm really glad that I heard about it on, like I said, someone else's channel. That's escaped me who it was at this point. But anyway, so that's Bloods. And then my next book goes along with my previous video that I made with the book mail that I got that had the book about antique book collecting and then the book about the gentleman who founded Penguin Books. And this is Book Row, An Anecdotal and Pictorial History of the Antiquarian Book Trade by Marvin Mondlane and Roy Mader. And so this is focusing on the book trade in New York, and I just think this will be absolutely fascinating. It has pictures and stories from various bookshops, and it's also a richly anecdotal memoir. Features the rags to riches tale of the Strand, which began its life as a bookstall on 8th Street, and today houses 2.5 million volumes, or 16 miles of books and 12 miles of space. And so I'm really excited to read this as well, along with the other two books I have so far on the book trade. And yeah, looking forward to this one. And then the last book that I have is one that I was really excited to find. I fell down this rabbit hole, I don't even remember how, when I was looking for books online, about women photographers. One of my hobbies is photography. I've really gotten into it in the last couple of years, and I prefer to do like landscape and nature photography, but I've also taken the engagement and wedding pictures for a friend of mine. So photography has definitely become something that I am fascinated in and really enjoy doing. And so I was looking at various books on Amazon that have to do with photography, and like I said, I don't even know what sparked this, but I saw this book, Women in the Dark, Female Photographers in the U.S., 1850 to 1900, by Catherine Manthorn, and I just thought it sounded absolutely fascinating. These female photographers that they write about recover the stories of long overlooked American women who, at a time when women rarely worked outside the home, became commercial photographers and shaped the new challenging medium. So this book gives profiles of these photographers and how they started their careers and all of that, and I'm just super excited to dive into this. And then here's the back, fun image. So yeah, this is definitely the book I'm probably most excited about of the three. I mean, I'm excited about all of them, don't get me wrong. But this one I'm really excited about. And then it also has photos in it that were taken by the various women. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite book that came today by far. But again, I'm really excited about all of these. So yeah, we have Women in the Dark, which is female photographers in the U.S., 1850 to 1900. And then we have Book Row, about the antiquarian book trade in New York. And then we have Bloods, which is a black veterans oral history of Vietnam. I hope that these was interesting to some of you, to see some of these books. Let me know if you're interested in any of the books that I just talked about, or if you have any thoughts on them, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks, BookTube.